Hello, everyone. Welcome. We have a very special guest for you guys today. Our intention for this month, really for the past couple of months, is to feed you guys lots of great empowering information and to give you some action steps that you can do at home to help empower yourself, to help increase your health and vitality. And today we're going to be doing something that really, really enhances mind, body, spirit connection. And we have a special guest, James, and she is an all-around amazing human being. She is a meditation expert. She is a women's empowerment coach. She is a writer, and she is a very special person in our lives, and we're excited to bring her here today. She's going to talk to us about Yoga Nidra, and she's going to actually guide us through a meditation, which I'm super excited about. I personally could use that. I know a lot of us could use it right now. So without further ado, I'm going to pass the baton over to Kat and have her introduce herself.
Thank you for that introduction.
Of course.
And thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so grateful for this opportunity to share more about Yoga Nidra meditation. So I guess I'll just start off with introducing myself a little more. I have 3 kids. I'm a busy mom. Life is crazy. This meditation really helps with anyone with children or any kind of stress. But I discovered Yoga Nidra meditation back in the very beginning of 2015. I had signed up for a training as part of my advanced yoga teacher training, and I didn't really know a lot about it, but they told me that it was sort of like hypnotherapy in that during the meditation, the guide is speaking the whole time and you stay connected to the sound of their voice. So I really didn't know what I was going to get, but it was definitely life-changing, and really at that time couldn't have come to me at a better time. I had just come out of a divorce just a few weeks before. I had been in that relationship for just over 6 years. It was very toxic, abusive, traumatic, and by the time I had found Yoga Nidra meditation, I was experiencing complex PTSD, severe anxiety. I was always in fight or flight mode. I remember I was so scared that when I would leave my house or my job, I would like peek out the window, peek out the door to just make sure that I was going to be able to get to my car safely. I was very stressed out. So this meditation is exactly what I needed. And now I love sharing it with everybody because everybody can benefit from this, whether you've had a lot of trauma or not. We all can use some restorative practices in our life, and this is very restorative. So just to start, the word yoga can be defined in a few different ways, but when we talk about Yoga Nidra meditation, yoga takes on more of the meaning of integration, and Nidra means sleep. So it's a deep sleep experience, integrated, relaxed awareness. You are consciously in the deep sleep state. So to talk about the deep sleep state, most of us, when we go to bed at night, we don't even reach that state. We might sleep very lightly or we get interrupted. Our sleep cycle is not where it needs to be. So we fall asleep, but we never fully relax. So what happens if this hand was our body? We go throughout our day, and if we're fully relaxed, we're going to be about right here. But most of us are not really ever fully relaxed. So we're already a little bit tense. So let's say that we go to bed and then we wake up the next morning and we remember that we're stressed about our marriage, or we don't like our job that we're about to go to, or we get really a lot of anxiety driving in traffic. So we wake up and all those thoughts start to come, and before we've even started our day, we're tensing up a little more. And we go throughout our day and we have these triggers and we get a little more tense. And maybe by the end of the day, we're tense. Some of us might even be here. So if you are in a very stressful environment, you might be this tense. So when you go back to bed that night, what is supposed to happen is you go to sleep, you reach the deep sleep brainwaves, and your body, it's like a big exhale, it fully relaxes. But that really doesn't happen for most of us. Most of us fall asleep and we relax a little bit, but we have like almost this permanent state of tension. So we never really leave that. With Yoga Nidra meditation, we are able to reach the deep sleep brain waves, even though we're awake because we're meditating, and receive all of those benefits that we're not getting at night when we're sleeping. So those things that aren't happening with our sleep cycle, we can use this meditation to restore the sleep cycle and to get those benefits just from meditating.
Sounds amazing. I think that one of the most common things we see in our office is the inability to get a good night's rest, the inability to wind down. I mean, I love the analogy of the hand because I'm a visual person, and I get that. Like, I felt that way before when I'm like, okay, my body's relaxed. I'm like, it's time to sleep. But
Yeah.
for whatever reason, like, I'm still like revved up. Um,
Yes,
so I know that this is going to be of such huge benefit to so many people. Could you
for
maybe,
sure.
aside from just kind of what's obvious, what's not to love about a deeper sleep, being able to restore and do all of the cellular repair that our body does while it's sleeping, but what are some of the other benefits of Yoga Nidra?
Well, some of the benefits, there's energetic benefits as well as physiological. So the energetic benefits, obviously, it releases tension. Um, it disentangles us from thought. So, like those unconscious thought patterns that are in the back of our head, like um, you know, negative thought patterns that bring us down that we might not be aware of. It helps to disentangle that, and we can start to have more of a pause and step back from ourselves, which is the intention with a lot of yoga and meditation. The physiological effects, restores balance to the nervous system, reduces blood pressure, increases blood flow to our organs. Obviously, it reduces stress, it lowers cholesterol, it improves the glucose regulation. So if you have diabetes, strengthens your immune system, lessens chronic pain, and it increases the healing response in our body. So what happens in regular meditation? So just regular good old meditation, we remain in the waking state of consciousness. So we're still awake, we're in that state of consciousness, but we gently focus the mind. So while we're meditating, we allow the thoughts to come up. We allow emotions and sensations, images. When we're meditating, we let them come and go. That is meditating, is just kind of being aware and letting it pass by. With Yoga Nidra meditation, you leave the waking state. You go past the dreaming state, and then you enter the deep sleep state, but you remain awake. So that's what I was saying when we first started. A lot of us, when we go to bed, we don't even get to the deep sleep state. We might not have our full REM cycle. So this meditation brings us there. Um, and the way it works is our mind is, our monkey mind, we've all heard, it's always going. When we do the Nidra meditation, because you stay connected with the sound of my voice or whoever's guiding the meditation, it gives your mind a job. So with Yoga Nidra meditation, we lie down, we lie flat. It's better to not have your head propped at all, because when your head is propped up, it it does something to your brain and it keeps you in that more aware state. So if you are able to lie completely flat, that is the goal. Your body holds still the whole time. You as much as you can. If you have to move or make an adjustment, that's fine. But as your body lies still, your mind listens to the talking, listens to the meditation cues. And because your mind is distracted with that, the rest of you are able to drop to that deep sleep state. And so you're awake, you're listening to what is being said, but you actually go to those brain waves. And I know I said I was going to keep this today more of an intro, so I don't want to get too deep or too soon, but that's kind of how it works. And so, why do we want to enter the deep sleep state? Why do we want to do this meditation? Well, like I said, a lot of us don't ever get to that point when we're sleeping. And the point of going to sleep is so that our body can, like what you guys talk about with your patients, the rest and digest. We have to be able to dump all of that stuff that happened that day, all of the little traumas, the little stressors, the tension, all the things that came up for you that day. When you go to sleep, that's your opportunity to let go of all of that. And that's not happening for a lot of us. And that's why when we wake up, we're already tense. It's like we have this resting state that's tension. We never actually go to the other side of the nervous system, which is where we want to relax. So I hope that was not too much information. Get me back on track here. Was there a question or something I missed?
That was perfect. I think you went into just the right amount of depth. I mean, it's so cool to recognize what it's doing on a physiological level. And at least for me, it was understanding the difference, because I've meditated before and I've done guided meditations before. Like I'll pull something up on YouTube, or I'll do,
Yeah.
I love the Waking Up app. Like, I've dabbled in it, but what I loved about your Yoga Nidra is, and I mean, I did that class with you at Hapa Yoga. Hala. And
Hey.
it was I recognized it immediately as something different, because like you're describing, I'm following the sound of your voice and I'm laying there, and it was almost like I didn't realize until after the meditation was over what had happened, because I definitely
Yeah.
entered that timeless zone. I definitely,
Exactly. The
I changed
timeless state of being.
a timeless state of being. Like it literally felt like we were 5 minutes in and you were like, the meditation's over. I was like, what? I didn't fall asleep. Like I was awake, but I wasn't like groggy. It was just kind of, it's hard to explain. And I know that, we're trying to conceptualize something that is really an embodied experience. So I'd love to delve into it. Let's do it. Let's do a meditation. Let's
For
see.
sure.
I'm going to move
Let's do it.
I'm going to move my angle here so you guys can all just watch me laying here and relaxing. And I
And
love
do the same at home. So I'm going to say before we start, I did touch on it a little bit. So yes, definitely get very comfortable. If you have low back pain or tight hamstrings or tension in the low back, you can definitely prop the legs up with like a pillow to help relieve that. You want to be as comfortable as possible. And you want to, as I said, your intention is to remain still. However, sometimes when we hear that, our monkey mind kicks in and we're like, oh my gosh, my nose itches. I need to move. I need to adjust. So if for some reason you feel like you have to move or make an adjustment, do it, but go back to lying still as soon as possible.
Get it all out right now.
Right. And I love to, before I do meditation with people, Yoga Nidra meditation, I do like to warm up with a few yoga poses. Obviously we're not going to do that today. The reason I like to do that is because it does release some of that energy, and it makes it easier for you to lie still. So today, since we're not going to actually practice some yoga poses, we are going to start off. I will guide you through it. We're going to do a tension and relaxation technique right at the beginning, and that should help with relieving any extra movement that you're feeling in your body. And you're just going to get as comfortable as possible. Stay connected to the sound of my voice. I will also guide you out of the meditation, so just come out at your own time. And I think if we're ready, I'm just going to start. All right. Bring your body into your awareness. Recognize that your body has been a trusted vehicle. It has allowed your expression in the world, creating accomplishments and contributions to the best of its ability. Now it is time for your body to rest deeply. Tighten and tense the entire body as you inhale. Arms, hands, shoulders, feet, legs, the face. Tighten the whole body. Hold the breath in. Tighten even more. Now let go completely. Relax. On your next exhalation, let go even more. Feel the effect. We will repeat again. Inhale, tighten the arms, hands, shoulders, feet, legs, face. Tighten even more. Hold the breath in and let it go. Surrender to that wave of heaviness permeating the body. Drop into it. As we enter this next phase of Yoga Nidra, remain as motionless as possible. If you need to move or make an adjustment, do so mindfully and return to stillness as soon as possible. Resolve to remain awake, staying in touch with the sound of my voice. Simply allow your entire body to respond to what I say directly and non-mentally. Allow all thought, all effort to dissolve into the vast spaciousness of being. Enter a state of complete non-doing. Bring your attention to the natural flow of the breath. Make no effort to change or manipulate the breath. Simply ride along with its spontaneous flow. Breath moving in, breath moving out. Stay relaxed. Now, observe the natural flow of breath between the root at the base of the pelvis and crown at the top of the head. Visualize a clear glass tube between the root and the crown. See a thin stream of golden light that ascends from bottom to top as you inhale and descends from top to bottom as you exhale. Like mercury rising and falling in a thermometer, your consciousness is ascending from the root to the crown and descending from the crown down to the root. Release any struggle around the breath. Breathe slowly, deeply, and effortlessly. Feel the movement of breath within this pathway. With each breath in, know that you are breathing in. With each breath out, know that you are breathing out. Now, release any control of the breath. Allow the breath to quiet until it is soft, almost imperceptible. Allow your attention to gently rest at the heart center. Breath effortlessly flowing into the heart with each inhalation. Breath spontaneously flowing out of the heart with each exhalation. Do absolutely nothing from now on. Release any effort to make anything happen. Settle into the silent spaciousness of being. Now, sense a cushion of vital energy surrounding and permeating the entire body. With each breath in, feel that cushion becoming stronger and more palpable until the entire body is felt as a pulsing, tingling energy field. Sense that vital cushion of energy penetrating through the skin, through muscle and bone, all the way to each and every cell, surrounding every cell of the body equally. Allow that energy to softly soak into even those areas that are normally tight, tense, or disconnected. Watch the intelligence of the body as it softens and opens around any area needing healing. Give it room to shift and move, easing the jagged places, softening constricted areas. Feel the soft energy of the breath moving all around and throughout. Soft and easy, releasing tensions and density with each outgoing breath. Trust it to let go in its own time, breathing it out. There is nothing for you to do. Steady and centered, no longer at odds with any part of you. allowing and accepting it all. Surround your body with unconditional love and acceptance. Acknowledge that any physical manifestation is a very important messenger in your life. That whatever happens is exactly what needs to happen for your growth and evolution. All that is necessary is your willingness to be present to what is. Be still and be at peace. Slowly feel yourself beginning to rise to the surface of awareness. Notice the rising and falling of your breath. No effort or control on your part. Begin to come back to awareness of your physical body. Feel the sensation of your body lying down, the quality of the air as it touches your skin. When you feel the impulse, begin to move and stretch your body as if awakening from a restful sleep. If the impulse is to remain still, do so. When you are ready, gently roll to your right side. Support your body back to sitting up, taking your time. And when you're there, taking a deep inhale breath through the nose and gently sighing the breath out of the mouth. At your pace, begin to blink the eyes open. So, namaste. That was a very short yoga nidra meditation. Usually we try to do it for about 40-45 minutes, but it's always nice to meditate even briefly and give yourself a little recharge. So even though this was much shorter, um, hopefully anyone listening will feel a little boost. And one thing I forgot to mention, I just want to say that for anyone experiencing illness right now, disease in the body, this meditation is powerful because when you do reach those deep sleep brainwaves, you create space for your body to experience spontaneous healing. So if we're in a state of stress, we can't heal. So when we do this meditation, we give our body time and space to spontaneously let go and begin the healing process. So this is very restorative, and I'm really grateful that we got to talk a tiny bit about it.
I feel amazing.
Yay.
I felt like light as a feather. Again, it happened where I felt like that was like 3 minutes.
I know, I don't know how long it was. I didn't time it, but it was longer than 3 minutes.
You
And I'm glad that you feel that. So what happens, and I love it when this happens, when I do a big meditation, like with a large group, um, there are sometimes people who fall asleep, and that's fine. So if you do this meditation, if you listen to my recording or any other recordings, if you fall asleep, that's okay. So just trust that you're still receiving all of the benefits. Even if you fall asleep, you are still receiving the benefits. And during my training, there was a classmate, and for the first half of our training, she fell asleep in every meditation. And what we ended up learning and talking about is that her body really needed to rest. It really needed to restore, and it knew what it needed, and it needed sleep. But partway through our training, she started to stay awake through the meditation. She dropped in, that's what we call it, but she was awake. And so if you do fall asleep, that's great. Otherwise, you'll probably experience like something what Dr. Eva is talking about, where you kind of lose track of time, and that is the timeless state of being, and what our teacher called dropping in, because you've reached those relaxing restorative brainwaves. So I would say if that happens to you, congratulations, it worked.
Well, you definitely have a gift that you were able to get me there, us there, whoever else is watching, if you felt like you were to drop in. But I also am really looking forward to doing a full length, a longer meditation to have you back on, and
Let's do it.
this video with that video, and we'll work our way up and get deeper and deeper into this wonderful thing
Yeah,
called Yoga Nidra.
I'm excited. I would love to do a full length with you. Absolutely. This is the beginning of something exciting. I'm happy.
I love it. And you know what? I'm happy that this is recorded so I can watch it again and again. And I can do that little mini one on my lunch break. I feel like that's going to be so huge for me.
Yes, and if anybody wants to go to my Instagram page, I do have a link in my bio to a full length meditation. I put it on YouTube. I don't know if YouTube will interrupt it with ads. I think that's like a new thing. I really am not sure. So for now, it's on YouTube. I'll have to figure out a better way. Maybe I can email an audio file out to anyone who wants it. But that is there if somebody wants to listen to the full length.
Awesome. And what is your, I don't know really on this platform if I can put text. So what is your Instagram and your contact information if people want to reach out to you, if they want more information?
For sure. So I am following your guys' Instagram. So that might be the easiest way to go there and then search for me on there. But it is Yoga Nidra, Nidra, with Katie, Katty. Yoga Nidra with Katie. And like I said, you should be able to find me through the Queer Chiropractic Instagram. And the link is in my bio. I'm working on building my website, but for now, we'll just use that platform.
Awesome. We'll reach out to you however we can. And yeah, let's all hit up that Instagram page and we'll keep posting content as we get it recorded together. I'm super excited. Thank you so much for this.
Me too. Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.